Howdy gamers, it's been a while. Today, we're trickshotting on Modern Warfare 2, and we're gonna have some fun. Without further ado, let's jump into the video. I ended up getting on Twitter again, on my BathtubSmiles channel, or the BathtubSmiles Twitter again, and absolutely like totally overloaded with all of these trickshotting videos and people coming back to trickshotting, Modern Warfare 2, and all of that, and it really just it rubbed me in all the right ways, you know. Hence, we are back on IW4X. We are going to attempt to hit a trick shot today. I don't know if we're going to be able to accomplish that, but we are going to give it a, oh my god, legendary voice crack there. We're going to give it a good ol' try here. I don't know exactly where I'm going to go from. I think I'm probably just gonna, oh my god, I am so rusty. Oh my god, this is going to be awful. You know, I've been seeing a ton of trick shots on Twitter, and it is just like the fact that people can hit these so often and these just absolutely like insane shots. Just it's incredible. It is absolutely just unreal, some of the shots that these people are hitting, and I just cannot keep up with the standards today. So I know I'm probably going to get clowned. I'm probably going to clip a couple of these and put them on Twitter. There's a private platform. What? How is that a private platform, dog? What does that even mean, private platform? Now, if I could smack something, I would be pretty excited. Actually, you know what? I think I might try and go from, where is this barrier? I think the barrier is like right here. Yes, it is. Okay. And I know that there's a bounce somewhere over here. Something like right here. Yeah, there we go. Now this is something that I would probably have just a little bit more luck with. Okay. Well, that was an almost hit. You know, I'll take it. I mean, it was a terrible shot, but it was really refreshing to see that this community is alive and well still, even after all of these years. Honestly, I think that it's going to be probably a short-lived time period. Now, I could be wrong, but I think that all of the hype is coming from the entire like disintegration of FaZe. And if you don't know, if you haven't been keeping up with any of that, I just happened to, you know, have it all over my Twitter feed on a day after Christmas. I was in Missouri, and I was just doom scrolling on Twitter, watching all of these clips from all of the previous members who were putting out videos. And I want to say that it started with Adapt. I don't think that that's accurate, but I think one of the first people to announce that he was leaving was Adapt. And that, at first I thought that it was a joke. I think I saw that Christmas night when I was on Twitter, and I was like, no way, like this is real. It's got to be a joke. And then there was another. And then another announced that they were leaving. And then another. I think after Rug left, that's when it was like, okay, FaZe is officially done for. And then all of the newer members decided to leave. But it honestly, it really hurt. Like, it didn't hurt necessarily, but it was like just, my inner child was like, no way that this is, you know, actually happening. To watch all of the old members that I grew up watching leave was kind of just like, it was sad in a sense, because, you know, that was my childhood. You know, FaZe was like the thing to watch. Every day after school, I would go home, watch more of their videos, and the FaZe House New York videos, I was like glued to those. I would watch those several times in a row. And that was the time period that so many of us that are around my age grew up in. And so to see just the complete and utter falling apart live in front of us of FaZe was like, damn, like this was our childhood, and now it's over. It was a crazy thing to witness, and I don't know exactly what's going on. I don't think that anything has been publicly released. I know that Tfue was trying to get the contract released, and I think that that's ultimately what this entire thing kind of stemmed from. But then you've got all of the drama with Banks and the other new member. And I mean, honestly, I had been out of the loop with FaZe for years at this point. And so it wasn't like, it wasn't, you know, something that I was keeping up with, but all of the new members and I think kind of just everything that FaZe was going towards, it totally turned me off from watching them anymore. And so I've been so out of the loop that I have no clue what is going on anymore with the actual clan. And so, yeah, it was just, I don't know. Like, I feel like I'm rambling at this point, but to see that happen, like, live and witness, like, this piece of history was just super unfortunate. It really was. Really only a matter of time before something like this ended up happening. And so, you know, it is what it is. It does suck because that was so many of our childhoods and all of that, that it was super sad to see everything happen and the way that it ended. But ultimately, probably for the better. I mean, that entire organization was... It was crumbling. It was a ticking time bomb. It was really only a matter of time. But I think that ultimately that was the reason for the like huge revival of the trickshotting scene, was just FaZe falling apart. And as sad as it is, I mean, who knows? It could turn, you know, I know SOAR is deciding to kick it up a notch, and they've been going on since the whole FaZe disband, and they've been talking about really coming back hard, shooting for 1 million subscribers and all of this. And so I think that it truly did unite so many of like the inner childs in everybody, or the inner like child in all of us, that we all decided to collectively, you know, start doing this again. I mean, that's part of the reason that I'm on. I mean, aside from being so popularized on Twitter and, you know, missing it, I do just miss it, you know, spinning around in circles and having a good old grand time on Modern Warfare 2. I mean, that's that. If you didn't hear about the FaZe drama, I mean, I'm sure if you're watching this video, then you probably did, because we all seem to be in tune to all of these things in a sense. I think I might go for a left spin, honestly. So yeah, that is the latest thing. And honestly, I think that we can, you know, pay our respects and say that they were, I almost hit again, that they were honestly the reason that, you know, everybody kind of revived this whole scene, because it was ultimately just a dying scene. And now, you know, old teams are starting back up. We've got a couple new teams that are entering the scene. So now, don't get me wrong, that's not what I'm shooting for. I don't have the time, the patience, or, I mean, just the drive to, you know, shoot to join a team or anything like that. This is strictly just for fun, just for, you know, the inner child in me who would want to see me still trickshotting and all of that. So, yeah, I already have 75 deaths. That is insane. Well, 76 now. Everybody watching me like, bro is going for some dumpers. Absolutely going for some dumpers. And I guess this guy's going for some crazy distance too, which is going to be insane. Oh, please, dude. It was right there. Side note, this mic smells really good. I don't know what it is, but it smells phenomenal. In other news, though, I started a new channel, or not channel, but I started a couple new pages, TikTok, Instagram, and a new YouTube channel as well. And I've been really going hard on the content game. I challenged myself to post once every single day for the entire month of January, and we're only a few days in. Obviously, it's only the 6th, but 6 quality video posts in a day has been quite the challenge, honestly. It's been, as much as I would love to do something like that for this channel, I don't think that it's physically possible, because everything that I do over on that channel directly ties into what I do for my business. So it makes it a lot easier to find the time to actually sit down and dedicate to recording a video, as opposed to like sitting here where I feel like I'm wasting all of this time. And ultimately I am. Like, I'm not seeing any sort of, you know, daily return here. It has been challenging though. The daily content, because I'm uploading, you know, high quality content. I'm using the camera that I'm using now for all of the content that I'm filming, editing, you know, and I have filmed a couple of videos in you know, batches, like over the last 6 days. So you know, having it at the ready isn't the problem, but the problem is like not getting so caught up in everything that I'm doing for the day to forget about, you know, editing, uploading, captioning, and posting. And if it is a shoot day, then it's like I have to spend, you know, a couple hours trying to write down some light scripts, come up with ideas, and really just figure out what type of video I'm going to shoot. And it's been tough. It's been tough, you know, trying to do it, but the motivation is super high. And I think that it ultimately brought back my love for content creation again. And I think that this is the only reason that I've been, you know, getting back into BathtubSmiles like I have been. I almost hit again. Is because I've been doing this daily challenge and it's been really inspiring me to actually like dedicate more time to my other platforms. And, you know, hopefully end up one day seeing a return where it's like I am not wasting time, which would be cool. You know, I don't know if it's going to happen anytime soon. It probably isn't. I mean, that's just not how things work for me. I really have to lock in and spend, you know, a ton of time on, you know, these things to get it to actually eventually come together. It's been a fun challenge. It's been good. It's been challenging. It's been something difficult too, which I do appreciate because my job, well, my business, my job, my full-time gig is extremely lax and extremely easy, and it kind of like I kind of just gloss over and I get into this automation and I just do it. You know, it's not like I have any daily challenge anymore, you know. And so it's cool to finally have something that is challenging me again to be, you know, better person, and something that's a nice little like break / reset for everything that I do, because everything that I do is it is stressful at times, but it's so overloading that even though I'm not really doing like anything arguably super difficult, it's just I missed the shot. It has been a nice break, you know, getting to sit down and record some videos outside of what I do on the daily. So we're going to take a look at the next map. Otherwise, this is going to be the end of the video. Ladies and gentlemen, I hope that you did enjoy today's video. I'm going to try and make this more of a regular video series that I do. I really enjoy it. I have a lot of fun doing it. It's a nice little break from all of the other content that I make on this channel. With that all being said, if you're new here, hit that subscribe button. If you liked the video, give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like the video, drop that thumbs down and let me know what you thought in the comments below. I appreciate every single one of you who has subscribed to me. You guys have been keeping it real. This has been Bathtub, and I am out of here. Bye-bye.